Well, the hour being 7:30, we call to order the meeting, the Board of Health, the 19th of October. Starting our meeting, thought we could do as our normal is, if Melissa, if you guys don't mind, a quick update of how we're doing in the world of COVID.
Yeah, of course. That's great. So just to give everyone an update. So right now we are up to 2,455 total cases. We are actually only monitoring 12 of those cases. So we were able to clear a good amount of cases over the last few days. So I know the board typically will ask for of those cases, who's vaccinated and who's not vaccinated. So it's actually completely cut down the middle. So 6 of those being monitored right now are vaccinated and 6 are not vaccinated. 5 are over the age of 18 under the age of 18, and 4 of them are actually under the age of 12. So 1 eligible for vaccine, 1 not eligible to receive a vaccine. And then just to touch upon our flu clinic actually on Monday. So we did have our flu clinic at the COA. It was for those individuals 60 and older. So we did provide both the high dose as well as the regular flu zone. We had a great turnout. We had about 125 individuals vaccinated. We have 14 MRC members helping to volunteer. So that was both medical as well as non-medical volunteers, helping with traffic control, helping with registering individuals, screening individuals, and then also vaccinating them. And we worked collaborating with the COA, and they were able to provide a really nice health fair. So they had a lot of good vendors at the event that would potentially help those seniors. So it was nice to have everyone in one location. Then that way, those that were being vaccinated were able to just hit all the tables on their way out, get some freebies, and then also get some information if they needed, resources for the future. So for that, I'm just going to give everyone a total. So we were able to vaccinate 112 for those 65 and older, and then under 65 was 13 individuals. But we received a lot of positive feedback. We didn't have any first aid issues or anything like that. So again, it was a great clinic. This is actually the first clinic at the COA for the senior population that Walpole Health Department has taken on by ourselves. So again, kudos to Trish. We last year was the first year we took over our large clinic. But last year we still had Rite Aid / Walgreens take over the senior clinic. This year we decided to also take that over. So it entailed the purchasing of the vaccine. We're fortunate there's a new platform called Color. So it's very streamlined. Everyone can register online, and then the vaccinators check off that they vaccinate. They actually put in what arm the vaccine goes into. And then from there, the information is pushed off to Commonwealth billing, and then everything's billed, and we actually get reimbursement for administering the vaccine. So it's a great little program, and it streamlined it. But all in all, positive feedback. So I think next year our goal is to take over the staff flu clinic. So then we'll have all 3 of them under our belt, but I don't want to overwhelm Trish. She's not on the call right now. So we'll cross that bridge next year, but that's our plan. But definitely we had a positive turnout for that event.
It sounds great. Yeah, Trish isn't here. We definitely let her know that we appreciate that. That's awesome. We'll commit her to all that for next year, and she won't even be here to.
Exactly.
Appreciate it. That's great. All right. Any questions for anybody about the COVID? If not, we will go next on our list is approval of minutes from October 5th. Any comments, edits?
I didn't find any.
Couldn't find anything either. Stefan, anything that you could see?
Sorry, I was talking to you on mute, but I was saying no, nothing here either.
Then in that case, let me get the screen back. We have quorum. We have everybody who is in the meeting, Stefan, Mona. So we're good to go. So we can actually vote. Did we want to make a motion about the minutes from October 5th?
I'll make a motion in regards to the minutes from the October 5th, 2021 meeting the Board of Health approves the minutes as is.
Motion been made. Do we hear a second?
A second.
Either you or me, huh? Motion been made and seconded. We'll vote. Mona?
Aye.
Stefan?
Aye.
I also. So 3-0-0. Next on our listed agenda is 7:35, which our food establishment update, the Red Wing Diner. And I believe we have Liam, and Liam's on behalf of Red Wing.
Yes, so Liam's here, and I just to give a quick update from the last time, and then I'll let Liam take over and update you. But Melissa and I did go out yesterday to do a walkthrough. After the last board meeting, I did also go out to do a reinspection. Melissa and I went yesterday and walked through with Liam, and we were really happy with what we saw. There was definite improvements, and Liam has been hard at work since the last board meeting. So I'll turn it over to you, Liam, and you can provide an update on everything that you've done and what you showed us yesterday.
Thank you very much, Rika. Working towards the exclusion has really come a long way. We are seeing very little activity inside the restaurant. Doesn't mean that we're letting our guard down. We're still very aggressive with glue boards. We're still very aggressive with traps, and we're still very aggressive, obviously, with our cleaning. We have done some things towards our 5-year plan with tipping the foundation. We have brought in some new equipment. We have, what did we have? 5, 6 pieces of new stainless delivered to get rid of some of the old stainless that was more tougher to clean. We have put certain equipment on wheels. I have brought in one of my chef's cousin, to be honest with you, a younger gentleman. He has come in for 20 hours last week, and he's come in 20 hours this week, and he does nothing but specifically clean for the deep cleaning that we need. I have reached out to 2 different cleaning companies about coming in for the commercial cleaning. There was one that I had mentioned the last time I was in front of the board. I had called that particular cleaning company. While I was in the process of leaving them a message, I received a text saying that they were in a meeting. They would call me right back. I continued to leave my voicemail. Excuse me, I never heard back. The next day I called them back, left the same message. Still to this, haven't heard back. And sometimes it's funny how things just happen. The day I left the second message and never came back, a company named New England Cleaning came walking into the restaurant and handed me a folder and a brochure and a business card. I have reached out to them, and Thursday, I am meeting with a gentleman at 10:30 in the morning, and he is going to come around. I'm going to explain to him what we need from a cleaning company, and he's going to let me know if they can do what we need and how much something like that would cost. We've gone forward with our cleaning logs. We've gone forward with a binder so that we have everything organized so that we're readily able to access paperwork that the Board of Health would need.
Pest control is still coming weekly.
Thank
And Melissa forwarded you the email that Liam sent us with the integrated pest management plan that he received from his pest control. So you should be able to see that. We yesterday sat down with Liam and kind of discussed some items that he could put in that 5-year plan to little by little do some upgrades that would also work on exclusion and overall making it easier to clean the facility. Like I said, we could definitely tell that there was somebody in there whose main job was just to focus on that more deeper cleaning and seeing some of that new equipment, the stainless, just to get things off the floor, equipment that can be cleaned more easily. The dish machine is going to be replaced because that has been leaking. And so with that being replaced, that unit gets pulled out, which is going to allow access for them to get under there to see what work needs to be done in that area. So there's a lot of good improvements, and we hope it's going to continue down this path. And Liam is still working with us and we'll definitely continue the relationship in the meetings.
Great. Great. We understand it's been a very challenging issue for, trying to resolve this this problem. I mean, I went over the pest control report and it's amazing. We really appreciate all the hard work that, you guys trying to do to resolve this problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, muting. Anybody on the board have or in the meeting have any questions for Liam?
None for me.
Is there anything that we have for follow-up or any next steps that we can?
So I mean, I think ultimately it's up to the board, but I think we don't want to lose momentum. And I think Liam's done such a great job thus far that I would recommend having him come back in front of the board in another month. We are only meeting in November once, so it'd be the 16th of November. But I think, like Rika said, we went out, met with Liam yesterday. I think that a lot has been done. I think there's a few items that can still take place. So instead of losing momentum, I kind of like to keep it under our radar with some monitoring for the time being. So I would say we could take it month by month, but I would recommend having Liam join us again on the 16th of November.
Liam, how's that sound?
Fine with me, whatever you say.
I think that's a great approach. I appreciate that, Melissa. We may need a formal motion of any kind, or can we just put that as a request?
We can make a motion out of it.
Perfect. Does anybody want to make a motion regarding the update for the Red Wing Diner? No, I can make a motion that Board of Health appreciates all the hard work and dedication that Liam has shown, and appreciate him coming back to the board and give us an update. And we'd appreciate you again coming back in 1 month for our next meeting and can show us the continued improvement that's been made.
It would be
I'll
my
second that.
Thanks, Carol. Any other comments, any additions? We will take a vote on the motion. Carol, get you.
Aye.
And we'll start with Carol. Mona
Aye.
and Stefan.
Aye.
And I also 4-0-0. Liam, we do appreciate it and best of luck and appreciate you working so hard with the board.
Thank you, sir. I'll see you next month.
Thank you, Liam.
Thank you.
All right. Next we have meet and greet. The update. I remember seeing that the presenter was actually called to duty. Is that right?
He was deployed to Alaska actually for COVID purposes. So I was trying to scramble to think of another guest speaker, but we actually reached out to the guest speaker and he was like adamant about speaking. He said he spent, a good amount of time on his PowerPoint presentation and that he didn't want to miss this opportunity. So we decided to push it out a few weeks. So it will be on the 4th of November, same time, 6:30, same place at the Council on Aging. We were fortunate, everyone that RSVP'd can still attend, and we actually got a few more individuals interested in attending. So it should be a good turnout. We're hoping to get a good group. We're happy to be back in person again and hoping to do these meet and greets maybe even twice a year. So.
Is he back from his deployment or do you know how
He
long?
will be back at the end of this week. So we still have a buffer window in case he's kept a little bit longer.
I'm sure Alaska's not where he wants to be for the winter, right? And I think that is some correspondence. There was a letter from New World subdivision, a definitive subdivision. Looks like that was fully approved. Is there anything else we have the board to address or discuss?
I would like to bring up the recent flu clinic that was held at the Council on Aging for people over 65. I was present as a volunteer and it was very smooth. And they had a wellness vendors present at the same time. And it was really a great experience. I don't know, I have no idea how many people actually received the vaccine.
So it was 125, Kara.
That's a good number.
It was.
A lot of happy people too.
How did the health wellness fair go?
I thought it was very interesting there. I can't tell you exactly how many vendors there were. There were at least 10. And people were very busy going around well, it wasn't really a vendor, but the table that was next to me, because I was the greeter, it was labeled, have a cup of coffee with a cop. And during that time, there must have been at least 10 or 12 policemen from Walpole actually came in, including the present acting chief. And I had never met him before, and gave me an opportunity to talk to him about how he envisions the police department, and the police officers, every single one of them fully support him continuing as chief. So I hope once they go through all the process that is very necessary, that he does become our the new chief of police here in Walpole. A fine man.
Excellent. Thank you,
Yeah.
Kevin.
Very good. All right, anything else we have? I know there were a couple of emails that went back and forth. Is there anything in those we need to or want to discuss? Is the Home for Little Wanderers, was there anything that I know some back and forth?
I thought Melissa's letter to Rachel was excellent, and I too share. I'm very interested in those. I'm more out of, are they, how is it moving? But we also have to look at it in our perspective as the Board of Health, and that's our job. And the other stuff is more human interest, shall we say, and concern for the young people that are there.
And knowing we still have some in from regulatory purposes, we still have a way to influence. That's good to hear. All right. Anything else we have? Any more discussions?
No, that's all I have. This was a record meeting, I think. Wow.
I just had a question, Melissa. I think
Yeah,
I
of
sent.
course.
I was wondering if we are able, or if we are already doing that, to have like regular routine health meetings at the Home for Little Wanderers.
So like I said in my email, so we're out there to do routine kitchen inspections, and then we're also out there to do routine inspections of the dormitories. We do, like Trish obviously has outreach to the nurse over there if there's any issues. So there are liaisons and active communication, but we don't do like weekly meetings over there or anything like that. We don't do that with any of the schools. So I think within our jurisdiction, we're out there for the food aspect, for the dormitories to make sure they're meeting the state sanitary code. And then obviously if there is an issue with a COVID case or a communicable disease, there obviously is communication with our health department as well as their school nurse and resource officer.
Okay.
And they do have 2 police liaisons who are really part, that's their station, is the Home for Little Wanderers. And the chief was talking to me about that, and these two police officers have made wonderful inroads with the residents there, whose experience with police most likely has been very negative in the past. And now they're presenting a positive view of a police officer who is there to help you and guide you and keep you safe. And that's important. And that's how I see police here in Walpole.
Thank you.
Good. Well, appreciate it, everybody. Anything else? If not, we will make a motion to adjourn. You want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I will second. Shall we vote? Start with Carol.
Aye.
Mona.
Aye.
Stefan.
Aye.
I will support that too. All right, everybody. Meeting is adjourned.
So we're not meeting on the 2nd, we're meeting on the 16th. Just remember that.
16th. Sounds perfect.
We'll see you on the 4th. I just signed up for the
Oh,
event.
beautiful. Excellent. Looking forward to
Okay.
it.
Thank
All right,
you.
everybody. Have a great one.
Thank you, everyone. You too.